Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Morning Wood. And I need y'all to understand something this morning. I love the GoGo Offense. I love Coach Brennan Marion. I love the creativity, the motion. I love the possibilities of what this Colorado offense can become. But if you're really asking on Uncle Neely what I'm truly watching as we get closer to Georgia Tech, it ain't so much the GoGo Offense. Give me two words: defense and discipline. Because those are the two things I believe can separate this Colorado football team from the team we watched go 3-9 last year. So let's wood this thing. See, camp ain't just about finding out who can play. Eventually, you're trying to find out who can I trust. Not who can make a play when everything is perfect. Who can I trust in a situation? 3rd and 7, ball backed up, 2-minute drill, 4 minutes left, protecting a lead, trying to get the ball back. Special teams pin somebody deep, crowd going crazy. You're tired. Now what you gonna do? Because football games aren't usually lost because of somebody forgot how to play football. They're lost because somebody fails in a moment. And men don't rise to the occasion. They fall to the level of their training. And what we got here is training taking place. Because last season, Colorado had too many moments where one play, one stop, one mistake could change a football game. And it didn't go Colorado's way. Let me give y'all one that's been bothering the hell out of me. Everybody knows how I feel about our opponent, Damon Greaves, a dog, the first dog established on this team. But listen to this. Last season, 9 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times, Damon Greaves pinned an opponent inside the 5-yard line. 9 times. That's beautiful. That's exactly what your opponent's supposed to do. He basically walks over to the defense and says, fellas, I did my job. They got 100 yards to go. Y'all handle the rest. And you know what happened? 7 of those 9 times, the opponent still scored. Come on, man. What else you want your opponent to do? Go out there and play linebacker? You can't ask for much better field position than that. Inside the 5, 9 times? That's when the defense ought to be licking his chops. That's when the crowd ought to be standing up. That's when the 11 dudes ought to be saying, they ain't going 95 yards on us. But 7 times they came away with points. And that is what has to change, because that's complementary football. Your opponent does his job. Your defense has to finish the transaction. And while we're talking about defense, let's talk about the fourth quarter last year, because this statistic tells me even more. 5 times last season, Colorado entered a point in the fourth quarter, trailing by 7 points or fewer. That's one possession. 5 times. And Colorado lost all 5. Now we're getting somewhere, because that's not about whether Colorado had enough talent to be on the field. Hell, you're already in the game, and it's the fourth quarter. That's about, can you get the stop? Can you get off the field on 3rd down? Can you survive the last 2 minutes? Can you force a field goal instead of giving up 7? Can you get your offense the ball one more time? That's situational football. And if this Colorado team is going to take the jump everybody wants it to take, those games have to flip. And you don't even need all 5. Flip 2, flip 3. And suddenly we're having an entirely different conversation about a season. Now, my second word was discipline. Discipline. And this one fascinates me because everybody talks about discipline. Coaches love talking about discipline. Don't jump off sides. Don't hold. Don't retaliate. Don't get stupid penalties. Oh, okay. But when I looked at the teams that have actually reached the top of this sport, the last 5 national championships, Indiana, Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, those are your last 5. And there's a common denominator, y'all. They don't beat themselves. Those championship teams averaged around 5 penalties or fewer per game. 2 of those teams averaged 3 or fewer. But here's the number that really grabbed me. When you isolate what I call beat yourself penalties, false starts, too many men on the field, procedural stuff, things where the opponent didn't make you do a damn thing. Those championship teams averaged roughly 1 per game. 1. Because you know what championship teams understand? They understand the other team is already trying to beat you. So why in the hell are you trying to help them? Georgia Tech ain't gonna need your assistance, so don't give them 5 yards because you can't remember the snap count. Don't give them a first down because somebody loses his mind. Don't erase a big play because somebody isn't lined up correctly. Don't have 12 men on the field. Make them beat you. But this is where I see something encouraging happen inside this Colorado program when we talk about defensive discipline. Something y'all can't necessarily see watching a practice clip. Since January 18th, that was the first team meeting of 2026, this program has been charting everything. Late for breakfast, charted. Late for a meeting, charted. Missed something you're supposed to be at, charted. All those little things. Because here's what people don't understand. Discipline doesn't magically appear on Saturday afternoon. If you're habitually 5 minutes late on Tuesday, don't tell me you're suddenly going to become Mr. Detail-oriented when it's 3rd and 4 with 147 left in Atlanta. It don't work like that. Habits travel. And here's the encouraging number. Comparing this team at this point in the year to the same point last year, team infractions are down 53%. 53%. That shows you how Coach Prime went out and got the right people, the right coaches, the right players, the right mindsets. See, that has my attention. Not because being on time for breakfast wins football games, but because the habit of accountability, the habit of doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, the way you're supposed to do it, that wins football games. And here's why I'm putting defense and discipline together. Because late in football games, they become the same damn thing. It's fourth quarter, you're exhausted, defensive linemen got their hands on their hips, linebackers have been taking on blocks all night, DBs have been running, and now it's 3rd and 3. And somebody moves before the snap, or somebody misses an assignment, or somebody doesn't set the edge. Somebody gets frustrated and gives you 15 yards. That's not talent anymore. That's discipline. And that's where close football games live. The last 2 minutes, the last possession, the last 3rd down, the last defensive stand. So yeah, I'm excited about the GoGo offense. I can't wait to see what Coach Brennan Marion rolls out. But if you're asking Uncle Neely what will determine whether Colorado is actually better in 2026, you got to give me 2 words, dog. Defense, discipline. When Damon Greaves drops that ball at the 3, don't let him out. When you're down 7 in the 4th, get the damn ball back. When it's 3rd and 4, don't jump. When somebody hits you late, walk away. And when the moment gets big, you got to get small and do your job. Because the go-go will put asses in the seats. The go-go is going to put points on the board. The go-go is going to make Colorado fun to watch. But if this team wants to turn some of those losses from last year into wins this year, it's going to happen when the game gets ugly. When it's late, when you're tired, and when one mistake can beat you. Defense and discipline. That's what Neely's looking for. Now that is some morning wood. Think about it. Let's get it.